Hey guys, welcome back. So today we've got some stuff to do. I'm going to put weather stripping. Where is it? Oh, here it is. We're going to put weather stripping on the cabinet. That way that sucker can stay nice and humid. I'm going to actually get my little baby humidifier running in there. That way it can be more humid in the cabinet than it is in the rest of the room and the rest of the house. So that's actually useful. And then I also recently, by recently I mean like a couple days ago, got an extension cord. That way I can hook up, let me show you really quick. That way I can hook up this light here. And I've always wanted it to be like, oh, come on now. I've always wanted it to be like up here. That way it can shine the same way that the light from the windows comes in. And that way the plants are getting light from the same direction. Maybe we'll also do a little bit of cleanup here. And I guess I'll look at you again. And I also want to show you guys, I feel like I'm all cattywampus. Whatever. But I want to show you guys some planty updates as well, since we're here and since we're going to be looking in the cabinet and probably on top of the cabinet, because I've got some new growth coming in. I think the plants know that spring is coming. It is upon us. So let's go ahead and get started. I think the first thing I need to do is, I feel like I'm going to need to take the doors off of the cabinet, which is part of the reason that I've been putting this off for so long, because I'm just scared and I don't exactly know how to do it. So we're going to trial and error it today together, and hopefully we can figure it out. This is not a tutorial by any means. Maybe it'll turn into one if it turns out great, but as of right now, this is not a tutorial. I am just taking you along with me on this journey of getting some humidity in my cabinet. So first things first, let me pop in here so we can see this little guy. This is my little hygrometer. Not hydrometer. I think it's hygrometer is what it's called. But this little guy just tells me the temperature and the humidity wherever it's sitting. So this has been sitting in the cabinet for the last week. Oh, it's going down. Oh, no, it's the same. So this, hopefully that's focusing for you a little bit, but this says it is at, oh, it's up to 51 now because my fingers are on it, I think, but it was sitting at 49% humidity in there, and it's like 73.8 degrees in here because your girl likes it warm. So I would love to see the cabinet be able to sit at like 80% humidity. Maybe that's a little high, but at least like 75% humidity I think would be fantastic. And the reason that I'm like really wanting to get this going now, actually I'll get this out, is because I've got these little seeds and they're really inspiring me with their growth, because they have grown so fast, and I know that it's because they're in this little container that is keeping the humidity nice and high for them. It's not because it's in the cabinet, although the light does help them, of course, but the cabinet isn't doing any like humidity favors for these guys. But even so, do you see all those? Check it out. Let me zoom in a little bit. There are some cute little babies in here. Let me boost that brightness a smidge for you. But look at all those little babies. They have been growing, I feel like, so quickly. And I don't know, it's just been inspiring me to boost the humidity for a bunch of my other plants, because look at them. They're so cute. There we go. Oh, don't mind my messy bed. I was gonna make it, but Sexto and Luna are just so cozy, so I can't bear to make a move. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these suckers back, and I'm gonna have to move some plants around here. Mostly just this guy, but we're gonna move him, and I'm gonna take the door off of there. I've never done that before. I haven't disassembled this thing since it was initially assembled. So we're gonna try it here. I've got a bunch of Allen keys because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna need. So let's try. Let me show you what I'm talking about with the Allen key situation though. Hi, baby. You are so sweet, my little princess. My little princess. I love you. You got your ladybug toy? So, oh, I hear a little tail whapping on the door. Hi, baby. I mean, how can you blame me for not making the bed? Are you kidding? Look at these little monkeys. Look at that boy. Oh, I love you, Sixto. You got a toy too? You got your dog? You got your dog? Can we just talk about for a second just how, why are you gonna have instructions if they're not instructing me? Make it make sense. Let me show you the instructions that came with, wow, I am blown out. Why am I so blown out? Let me show you the instructions that came with the weather stripping, because it could may as well be in another language because it's not really showing me anything, and I just don't, let me show you and you tell me who's the crazy one. And if it's me, that's okay. But let me know what you think. Okay, let's look at this. Here's the instructions, okay? Clean the window door, sure. Trim to appropriate length. Okay. Remove the backing. Press several times. Maybe use a hairdryer. I'm gonna need a little more than that. I'm gonna need a little bit more information. Yeah, so we're gonna try it out. I of course did look up some videos. I'm holding the camera so weird, my God. But yeah, I have looked up some YouTube videos on how to weather strip, you know, specifically the cabinet. But sorry, I see my mom with her little dog outside and they're so cute. But I looked up some videos on how to weather strip the cabinet, like this specific Ikea cabinet, and there are definitely videos out there, but I gotta tell you, it's still not very helpful for me. So, because I feel like my weather stripping looks a little bit different because it's like got this little flappy flap, which makes sense to me because, you know, it's like it'll double up the thickness of it, but yeah, so we're just gonna try it and see. Oh my God, are you kidding right now? Could you be any sweeter? I mean, honestly. Oh my God, she's so cute. Okay. Okay, so, wow, it's dirty up here. Dang, y'all, look at that. Oof, duh. So, that looks like it's meant for an Allen key, no? So, hi, I'm sorry. I know, I'm like up in your biz. Well, taste your own medicine. Nope, that one's too big. But I think I was pretty darn close here. Yes. If I would have got that on the first try, I mean, call me Bob the Builder, okay? I kind of know what I'm doing here. I'm lying, I really don't. I don't know at all. So, oh, since we're up here, let me show you. I'm like so ADHD today. I am just bouncing off the walls. My brain has just been like going 24/7. I don't get any days off this week. So I'm gonna have, I think, like 12 days in a row. Yeah, not a full 14, but 12 days in a row, and I'm on 6. But the next 2 days I'm only going in for hopefully like half days just to like get an order in and do some stuff that needs to be done. But yeah, your girl's just been working and working and working and working. So it feels really good to just like not do work stuff and do fun stuff with plants. So thank you so much for joining me. And sorry, I am just absolutely all over the place. I feel like I said that last video that, like, you know, if you can keep up, thank you. And some of y'all did say that you can. So I see you. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, let me show you this new leaf. Actually, I have 2 new leaves to show you up here. So let's turn you around. Okay. Do you see? Look at her. I don't want to snap her. But look at that. That is a new Anthurium veitchii leaf. Look at them abs. Oh my God. I've pretty much just been looking at the back of the leaf, but I honestly do not mind. It is so gorgeous. It actually popped out like facing that back corner. So I turned her around so that she didn't get too squished, but look at that. I haven't had a new veitchii leaf in quite some time too, so that was super exciting. We are losing the oldest leaf and the teeniest leaf, but that is to be expected and a-okay with me. Do I have any new leaves on here? I don't think I do. I was thinking about doing just like a short maybe just like Instagram post or maybe just like a short YouTube video on the differences between, or at least the differences that I'm seeing between the Alocasia Dewey's reversa and, can you see it from here? My Alocasia cuprea, which looks just tragic. That's her drooping right there. But yeah, I was thinking about doing like something, you know, just kind of showing the differences that I'm noticing between the two plants, because every time I post, usually it's every time I post the Dewey's reversa or I talk about it, there's always people that are like, I'm pretty sure that's a cuprea, which I fully understand you thinking that, especially with this leaf right here. Like that just straight up looks like a cuprea leaf, but there are some differences. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that at all, because I feel like that's interesting and just good to know. But let me know what you think. But the other new leaf up here, oh my God. Are you kidding me with your little paw? Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much. Yes, I do. You're so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me hop down right quick. Okay. This little guy, oh my God, I am so backlit. Hold on, let me close the blinds here. Okay, there, hopefully you can kind of see that better. But this here, oh, hopefully that didn't damage it. That is a new Anthurium pallidiflorum leaf coming out. It just looks like a little green bean right now, but hopefully in no time it'll be big and beautiful and like belty and delicious, just like this guy. This is the like most recent leaf that came out, which brings me to believe that it's got thrips or something, which would not be a surprise. It would be freaking annoying, but yeah, so the thrip infestation is still going strong, unfortunately. Okay, so let's see here. Before I like officially get started on taking these suckers off, by suckers I mean the doors, I need to move all these little Anthurium seedlings out of the way because they're on the floor just right in front of the cabinet, because they kind of get some like ambient light from the windows, and then they also get some ambient light, is that the right word? We're gonna go with it. Some ambient light from the cabinet as well. So I need to move those, so let's do that right quick. There they are. Okay, so the lighting is super weird in here, and I've got these new ginormous computer screens that honestly take up a lot of light, so there's a weird juxtaposition between like the super bright windows and the really bright screens, so sorry about it, but we are just gonna move these right quick somewhere. I think I'm gonna probably move them behind us here for this guy. These guys could use a little bit of maintenance as well. We've got some like dead leaves and stuff. Nothing major, but you know, dead leaves and crispy tips and whatnot. Okay. Whoop. But they're not looking too bad, eh? I don't want to drip water everywhere, but not too bad. Okie dokie. I'll set that sucker right there. All right. It's time to try and take a door off. This guy needs some water. This did have a new leaf coming in, but it died. So we're working on another, hopefully. But isn't that so, it's so big. I always forget how big it is. Kind of like my pallidiflorum, I forget how big that sucker is until I like take it down. Should we do it? Let's take it down and look at it. Am I putting off the inevitable that I need to take the doors off? Yeah. Yeah, I am. It's so big. Like, are you, what? I gotta back you up. Look at her. It's so big. I freaking love this plant. It's one that I don't think, I don't know, like upon describing the plant, it doesn't sound like anything crazy. Like it's just like a strappy, belty kind of plant. But then you see it and you feel it and it's just like, what? Is that real? It's just so cool. Okay, we'll set her down oh so carefully. Okay. Okay, got it out of there. It's just a little fastener or bolt or whatever you want to call it. I wonder if there's one on the bottom. I'm confused. All right, I'm gonna need to get my phone so I can take a picture because I don't know what's going on down there. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing under there. I'll pop a picture up on the screen so you can see. And I'm only confused more, frankly. It looks like, it doesn't look like that's a place where I can put an Allen key in there. But I don't know how else. I'm so confused. I think we're going to try putting it on there without taking the doors off because I cannot figure it out. And frankly, I don't really want to take the doors off. So, sorry, baby. Nice good girl. We're just going to put this back in here and act like it never happened. Okay. So, it did say on there that the first step is to clean it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, make sure it's nice and clean, and then we're just going to go from there. All right, let's do it. I'm going to get, I don't know, I'm going to get some cleaner. I'll be right back. So I couldn't find any like Windex, which is what I really wanted, but I did find some Clorox disinfecting wipes just to like clean it down, get the surface clean, and then a microfiber rag just to dry it all up afterwards. But yeah, I think that'll do. I was really hoping to find Windex because the cabinet could use some, but you know, well, what can you do? And I want to try something kind of fun on here with you guys because I listen to music like most of the days, every day. I said that's so weird, but I listen to music almost all day, every day. I usually have like an earbud in at work, so I'm listening to either podcasts or music. So, and I've been finding so much good music lately. So I can't play it for you guys, obviously, because it's gonna be copywritten, I'm sure of it. So I am just gonna like pop up a little like icon or something on the screen so that y'all know what I'm listening to while I'm doing this little project, and you can listen with me if you want to on like Spotify or something. I use like Spotify for just a couple playlists, and then I usually just listen to music on the like YouTube music app because it works so nicely. I don't know, I really like it, and that's how I get like a bunch of good suggestions, and sometimes it goes a little off the rails and I'm like, how did we get here? But it's usually pretty good suggestions, and then I find, yeah, a lot of good music. So I'm just gonna wipe her down here and I will bring you in, and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. We've got like some schmutz up here. It looks like a little bit of rust, so I'm gonna try and clean that off, but I'm really just gonna focus on this whole strip all the way around because that is where the weather stripping is gonna go. Oof. The dogs went downstairs when I went downstairs to get the cleaner, and now the bed just looks really messy and sad. So, and there's a Q-tip somehow on the bed. All right, I'm gonna make the bed really quick just so that I have a clear brain when I'm looking at this through this, and so that it doesn't look like this for you guys. Okay, hold on. So the song that's on right now is an example of one. Oh, sorry, hey guys. But it's an example of a song that I don't think I've heard before, but I like it. I do love Sam Henshaw though. Love him. Oh, ma'am. I was gonna make this bed here. Can you see her over here? She's so cute. but I also need to wash all this bedding because it's just so hairy. I'm washing my other comforter right now, and we'll see if I have time to do the other one tonight. I might have to wait till tomorrow. Why are there Q-tips everywhere? You're not making it easy on me, honey. Can I have a kiss? Have a kiss? Thank you. The teeniest little kiss from your sweetest little girl. You got so many boogies today. What's up with that? Is it because it's getting to be nice and sunny out? Mm-hmm. Oh, I got lipstick on you. I'm sorry. Okay. That for you? Is that for you? Is that for you right there? Hi, buddy. Hi, dude. Sir? Well, okay. I love you. Oh, that's a good boy. Look at those little teeth. Oh my God. Those are cute little teeth. Gang's back. Mom? I'm not going to be putting the weather stripping right here. I'm thinking I'm going to be putting it here. The stress. I don't know. We're going to have to play around with it and see. But regardless, no matter where I'm putting it, I am going to wipe all down any spots where the weather stripping will be sitting or like lying next to or on or whatever, and giving it a good wipe down. My little sad plants. Oh, everybody's so sad right now. Okay. Like I told you guys before, this is not a tutorial. We are trial and erroring this to see just how this is gonna work, because I know what I need sealed, but how are we gonna seal it? And I'm sure there's multiple ways, right? Like what's that saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat. Good God, please don't skin any cats. But that's it. How come sayings are all so gross like that? Dang, cornered in here. All right. God, this cabinet is dirty as hell. This still has duct tape residue, or like tape residue, period, packing tape residue from when it was packed up for my move here. But honestly, I am not gonna worry about getting that stuff off until I move again. This is just gonna happen again, so cut our losses, you know? Okay. So I'm pretty sure the weather stripping is gonna need to go and like lie right here. But I never lock it, so I'm not gonna worry about like cutting out the little slots for that. But if you were to lock your cabinet, like if you had kids or something, you'd wanna cut little space for that. I'm kind of just talking out my ass right now though, because I don't even know if I'm doing this in the right way. So we'll just see. Okay. It feels like it's clean. I'm still so freaking blown out here. There we go. Hopefully that's better. But they've been cleaned. Now, I'm scared. So, this is what it looks like. We've got the little covering over the adhesive part, or the sticky part. So if it goes here, no. If it goes here, and then like that, is that right? I'm gonna need to cut a little tester. Got some of the shittiest looking scissors. Oh, but they cut really well. Okay, I won't talk shit. Okay, we have our little adhesive piece. Peel that off of there. That is what it looks like. So I'm gonna put it with the flappy part facing out, which I know I'm gonna have to trim it because this is too long. I'm thinking, oh, can you see what I'm doing here? So we'll press that down. So you can hardly see it, but there she is right there. And then if I push her close, there's definitely still space there, but it would be done to both doors. So if anything, it'll at least help. Okay, so we're just gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna pull this off of there. This is our tester. The annoying thing is I'm gonna have to trim like the length of this. Well, I need to trim the length of it, obviously, but I also need to trim the width of it. That's what I'm saying. So let's just kind of, I guess I'll push this back on here. And that was really easy to peel off, so I think you definitely would want to do as the instructions say here and like press it on there for, you know, several times. Press all the adhesive parts several times, and then it says it's recommended to heat the adhesive for 2 minutes using a hairdryer before installation in cold weather. Now, we're not really in like cold weather, but it probably wouldn't hurt. So I'm just gonna give her a little trim. Okay, now these scissors, oh, no, are you doing okay? All right, so I'll give it a little trim there. I think I trimmed off too much, but gives me something to start with. Okay, so I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing. At least to start for, I think I'm gonna just do, how do I wanna do this? Maybe I should start with this inner edge. So I am just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna see how long I need this sucker to be. And I did get 2 rolls in this thing that I ordered off Amazon. So I will link the weather stripping down below if you are interested in checking it out. Obviously, I'll let you know how this goes. We'll see how it goes at the end because we will check and see what the humidity is sitting at. Currently, it says 45. You see that? 45. So we'll see if we can get that up. Okay, let me measure this. Sure enough, babe. Whoa. Okay, well, I think I may have cut it a little bit too long. So when I stick it down, I'm gonna stick it from the bottom up. That way it'll be easier to trim at the top than it will be at the bottom, if that makes sense. So I need to kind of see exactly how I wanna do this for this one here. So give me a minute, let me figure this out. I wish I could actually put this music on for you guys because it's quite nice, but hopefully if you're interested anyway, you're playing something along yourself. What do you guys listen to while you do planty stuff? Because I don't know. It definitely varies for me depending on the mood that I'm in. If I stuck it here, would it close properly? It would. Fuck yeah. Did I figure something out? Okay. Now, I do need to cut this considerably. It looks like I need to cut the opaque part without the stickies like in half. I can't cut in a straight line to save my freaking life, so we're just gonna try it here. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, these are so soft. I just got a couple new pairs of leggings from Paragon, and they're so freaking soft. I feel like I'm gonna rip them to shreds just putting them on, but I don't think I am. So it's pretty nice. I highly recommend. Okay, I'm gonna start at this end for some reason. I don't know why, I just do. There are a couple like lines going down, but they're not exactly where I'm cutting, so it's definitely gonna be a bit of a wavy edge here. Maybe it's an aesthetic choice, I don't know, you tell me. Oh my God, I can just glide it down. Why have I been snipping this whole time? Okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to go back in and make some adjustments for the thickness of this. I'm just kind of taking my scissor and pulling, I'm just holding it open and holding it like taut in the one position and pulling the weather stripping through. I'm just kind of gliding through. Got a little haywire there at the end. Okay, so let me check this out right quick. I think I did a pretty damn good job. Okay. This is gonna be another one of those projects yet again where by the time we're done, I'm gonna be like, wow, why did I put that off for so long? Story of my life. Okay. Okie dokie. So I have the weather stripping in place. You can barely see it, but you can see it a little better. Spots like right here because it is a little bit too long. And let's see if it'll freaking focus right there. So you can see it's a little bit long. So I do need to trim it up a little bit more, but the length was perfect. And before I start like opening and closing the door, I'm going to go ahead and use the hair dryer and kind of heat seal it. Oh my God. Are you kidding? They're so sweet. You got your brother right there. You got your brother. Your sissy's got you. Oh, did mommy give you kisses? Hey, baby. You stay there. You're so sweet. You gonna get your spluters out? Your little spluter tutor? Yeah. Yeah. Can I have a paw? Can I have a paw? Can I paw? Well, kiss. Thank you. Very sweet. Very, very sweet. Just wanted to show you really quick. With that first piece, it closes in there super nicely. And check it out. Do you see that? Do you see that right there? Yeah. So I'm feeling very confident now in this whole process. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other door, and then I'm gonna do the other sides. Hopefully I have enough. I might need to order another couple of rolls of the weather stripping, but I'm gonna see how far I can get. Okay, so check it out. Oh, can you hear me? Check it out. So I have gone ahead and weather stripped all that I could really like figure out how to weather strip. And what really seems like it's actually going to do something. So there are a couple places where I am not putting the weather stripping, and honestly I think that's a good thing because I do want to have, you know, still good airflow within the cabinet. Now I do have my 2 fans running at all times in the cabinet, but I feel like it would be good to have some like air flowing in and out of the cabinet itself. So I did go ahead and leave the top of like the doors and the top of the cabinet here without any weather stripping, and same thing on the bottom. I left it without the weather stripping. If I'm being totally honest, it's also because I couldn't really figure out a way to make it double itself up when it closes without having to like manually like flap it down every single time. And I'm simply not going to do that. That just seems silly. So I'm going to leave it without. So currently I have the weather stripping on the inside seal or inside edge here that is sealing it on both sides. And I left it off of here so that I'm essentially going to always need to close this door last, which I normally do anyway. The way that this cabinet is situated, it's really hard for me to open this far door closest to the windows here because I have my Pallidiflorum hanging here and I have my other Anthurium hanging here as well. So I usually try not to open this door if I can help it. So that's gonna work out totally fine. Now I do have the weather stripping on this door here. You might be able to see the little flappy guy here. Now when it closes, it like pushes against this door and seals it shut. And it's like hard to open and close. Like not hard, but you have to like kind of actually work for it. So that tells me that there is an actual seal happening there, although it is hard to tell. But I can definitely tell that this seal is like actually sealed on both sides here. So I'm super happy with it. And I went ahead and actually, let me just bring you in first. I just want to show you how this like front door weather stripping is working. Clearly not front. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, so this weather stripping here, you can see the little flappy guy. It goes all the way down the cabinet. It pushes against the door and seals it shut. So that way when I open it, it like pops open both doors at once a little bit, which is kind of cool. And then when I close it, it just pops closed once again. And there is, I can feel a little tiny bit, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but there's a little tiny bit poking out there. Yeah, you can kind of see that. So I could definitely trim this up, but honestly, I can't see that at all. I can just feel it if I run my finger, and it's literally just this one spot here. So I will go ahead and trim that up a little bit later. And then, yeah, I think I showed you already, but you can kind of see there the seal running all the way down. But I did go ahead and put water back in this little teeny tiny humidifier. I almost called it a dehumidifier, but it is in fact a humidifier. It just holds like the smallest amount of water, so it's kind of annoying, to be totally honest, just because you do have to refill it so frequently. But it was just like a super cheap little humidifier. I got it on Amazon years ago when I first got the cabinet, I think, and it was like 10 bucks. So, I mean, can't really complain. Is it coming out? There we go. So, it's coming out here slowly but surely. The cabinet, after having the doors open, is sitting at 37% humidity. So, I am going to go ahead and close this. Whoop. And we're going to keep track of it. I'm going to check back in like a couple hours and we will see where the humidity is sitting. But now we're going to move this light over here. All right, so essentially for this light, let me grab the light. I honestly hate this light fixture. Love the bulb. The bulb is great. The fixture that I have for it freaking sucks. So this is it here. This is the best thing I could find that had like a wide enough opening. I freaking hate it. It's not strong enough to like hold itself up with how heavy the bulb is. Honestly, I think even if the bulb wasn't in there, it still wouldn't be able to hold itself up very well. But my hope is to have it clipped up here on this little thing up here. That way it can shine at the plants here. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I've got no more plugs down by my computer down here. Essentially what I need to do is, because I've got two outlets down here where my computer is plugged in. One of them is already plugged into a surge protector, but that surge protector is filled up. So I'm going to unplug the computer and plug it into here, and that way I can also have the extension cord. This is getting a little tedious here, but the computer is going to be plugged into here, and this extension cord is going to be plugged into here. It's 10-foot, I believe, extension cord. That way I can run this behind the curtain here and be able to plug the light in, because this light fixture has a, we're being really generous calling this a light fixture, but it's got a pretty short cord here, so we definitely cannot use it without some sort of extension cord. So that's my plan. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the Computron here, and I'm gonna need to get my little step stool. Okay, so I went ahead and moved the, where'd it go? Moved the cord like behind the curtain here, so it's not showing. But I really want it to sit like that, so it's just like blink right here. But I think I need to find like a zip tie or something, because I think that's going to be the only thing that's really strong enough. So cross your fingers I can find a zip tie, y'all. Oh my god, these dogs, you guys, they're too freaking cute. Are you kidding right now with how cute you are? You're so cute. You whacking your sister with your tail. You are so stinking cute. Yes, you are. Are you wrapped up like a little puppy burrito? Oh, what's his butt smell like? Farts? Probably. Okay, I gotta take this down. Okay. Can you kind of see how I did that here? Zip tie that sucker. So let's see if it will stay. Huh. Well, shit, I think that's perfect. I mean, I need to chop those guys off. Where did those scissors go? Ah. Oh, alrighty. Let me turn it on. Okay, so exciting. I gotta get out more, guys. Man, I think this is gonna be freaking perfect. Okay, so we've got, look at that. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna have to find a different thing for that because it is blinding, but my plants are lit up. So, I mean, so here she is. She's shining ridiculously bright on these plants here. I think that's pretty damn nice. Now, one last thing we have got to do before my camera dies is chop these ugly dead leaves. Beautiful, but we've got a new one popping out. Looks like it's probably got bugs or something, because everything does, but that's all right. Get rid of this. But I think that's quite nice. I think that's hopefully that's going to help the like lower guys down here, like my Postazanum and my SP Columbia, to grow better. Because yeah, those are, especially my Postazanum, is just looking really sad. So hopefully this like coming, Jesus, that's so bright. Hopefully that'll do well. I just need to remember to turn it on before I leave for work, which is honestly going to be a little tricky because I leave for work so early, and I just feel bad waking up this dude and his sister who has left the building. Yeah, I feel bad waking them up. So we'll just see about that. I just need to look for a different shade for this because it is so blinding. All right, you guys. So I feel very good about our little projects that we got done today. We got our cabinet weather stripped. We got that light set up over there. And honestly, from like sitting right here, if you don't look directly at the light, it's quite nice. It's very nice because it's coming from the same direction as the window. It's quite nice. Let's not talk about the fact that I have like 3 different lighting temperatures in this room right now. That's a little crazy town. But at least the plants are getting well lit. So that's what matters, I suppose, right now. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I'm sorry if it was a little bit hectic, but I'm so glad we got these things done, especially the cabinet. Oh, actually, before I like fully leave you guys, I'm gonna do a little check-in. So I'm gonna pop that like right here for you. Do you see that? Sorry, I have a show on. If you can guess what show it is, more power to you. But I just wanted to show you guys. We did it! 81% humidity. Yes! Now we just need to put more stuff in here. Our efforts worked! 81% humidity. I cannot believe it. So yeah, I hope you like the result. Hopefully the result was good, because I don't know yet. I'm filming this pre that clip, but hopefully the humidity is boosted quite a bit already, and I'm gonna probably put some more plants in this cabinet. Let me know if you want to see that in another video, and I'm gonna like jungle it up a little bit more in there. So I'm really excited about that too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me again. I will see you in the next video.